How black market of League skins made millions. Now I'm thinking, bro, the amount of skins that are on the black market are probably the only exclusive skins. So we're talking about Black Alistar, we're talking about Judgment Kale, Pax. Pax is huge. Pax is huge, bro. I started playing in Season 3. Even back then, if you had a Pax skin, everyone knows you're a big PP challenger. You do not fuck around. I'm the curious how many other skins are there. So let's see what Necron has to say about that. Oh my god, he's flying like Bard. Yeah, he's literally becoming a Bard right now. I love that guy.
You too can feel this zen by using the join button where I'm currently teasing future videos. Also, have you heard of this graph?
Yeah, this graph is kinda painful. No cap, this graph is kinda painful, especially on the shorts, bro, because on the shorts is being recommended to absolutely fucking everyone. Yeah, even who have no idea, who never heard of you. So not subscribed on shorts is over 95%. It's over 9,000. So yeah.
Most people are subscribed?
Fake news.
That's
Swap
not
it.
good.
Photoshop that.
Since Riot Games has been active for over 12 years now, it comes to no surprise that they had a chance to forge quite a few stories of their own.
Yep.
Be it the good ones, the great ones, the bad ones.
I mean, what's wrong? We took the idea of Belle Delphine. We decided, because Belle Delphine was trending back then. She was still a hot thing. She didn't go full nude, so everyone was excited about her. So Riot decided, you know, genius, I've got money, yeah? I've got the money idea. How about we have Belle Delphine in League of Legends? Boom, Seraphine happened.
Or the really bad ones.
What was that one? Hold on, give me a second. Who missed that one, yeah?
Quickly learn about what
I missed this.
ones.
Oh, come on, get like, fuck you. Bro.
The bad ones.
Okay, how do we slow the time in here?
Or the really bad.
Riot Games agrees to pay 100 million in settlement of class action gender discrimination lawsuit. Oh yeah, when Riot decided to go full sexist. When Riot was top full G.
Ones. In most cases, people quickly learn about what is going on.
Yep.
From the minor things, some people will remember that one time people were able to buy loot boxes for 1 blue essence.
Oh yeah, those were amazing times. Also, you could have purchased not just the capsules, but you could have purchased another icons. Not champion icons, just icons. Warwick skin, blue essence, yeah, shit, that was cheap.
For those of you who don't know League, that's essentially for free.
Yep.
This mistake stayed up in the store for only 10 minutes. But because nobody really checks the prices of loot boxes, only about 50 people globally noticed it and they bought all the skins to cap off their accounts.
Nice.
And because it wasn't a glitch, it was a legitimate mistake on Riot's part, Riot let those players keep all the skins.
Oh, no fucking shot, bro, because when something similar happened in Blizzard, everyone got fucking banned. Not bad, Riot, even though a bit of a sexism, even though you have questionable games, but as a top G, yeah, not bad, Riot.
Which made everyone who didn't buy all the skins really mad. Over the years, Riot gathered quite a few of these stories. But only a few months ago, by a pure coincidence, I learned about something that used to be quite a big part of the League creator scene. There was a time when it was absolutely everywhere. And because it was so widespread, nobody paused to think about it. And apparently, the truth, my friends, is it is not all sunshine and rainbows, because
Get to the fucking point.
during the great height of the League creator scene, many League creators were sponsored by 2 companies.
2014, yeah, Season 3. This is when I started playing this game. Oh my god, look, interest over time. Bro, it exploded over the next few years. Yeah, look at the graph. Fuck me, bro. We're being shilling that if that's 2010 to 2017, but I mean, yeah. We're roughly right now here. I'd say... Oh my god, chat, that game.
The first one that started a bit of fire of its own was WT Fast.
What?
This was a company that claimed to optimize gaming networks, which I think it still does to this day. In other words, it claimed to lower your ping. After WT Fast sponsorship started appearing in nearly every League video, some people decided to look into it. And they realized this app only really works under very specific circumstances. Because it was simply rerouting your connection, the app checked all possible paths and it picked the one with the lowest ping.
So basically, on a reverse of the Tor, technically you are hiding your actual play address because you're going from the VTF fast server. But whenever you're using Tor or VPN, since you're using a different server, not your own, your ping increases drastically in the most cases. So seeing that in here you're proposing a faster ping, I'm not sure, bro.
However, if you simply happen to live in a bad place with realistically only one workable path, the app literally did nothing for you.
Yep.
And so, some people started calling the creators out, saying that they promoted a scam and that the app doesn't work. The funny thing about this is that WT Fast was essentially a VPN before VPNs became big.
That's
So
what I'm talking about.
would the same creators be sponsored by them now? It would be no different from being sponsored by NordVPN, which are also in every video these days.
Yeah, the idea of NordVPN, they protect your security. I feel like it was 1 year ago or maybe 2 years ago when they got fucking hacked and everything got leaked. So, you know, that was fun time.
But because back then they mainly advertised low ping instead of the ability to bypass region locks, it started a bit of drama in League's community. But that wasn't the only time sponsorships got spicy. There is also the second time something like this happened. But that one is a lot more interesting because to this day, most people still don't know what was really happening, including the creators themselves. And very
I mean, let's be real, fucking creators are clueless to this day. Both of content and both of League of Legends. There are two camps of creators, of the game and content, of videos. Both are clueless.
quickly, before I dive into this, I'll show some screenshots and footage on screen, but I am not calling anyone out. Nobody knew what was happening.
Oh, sure.
So we are not talking about people promoting a scam. To be honest, back then I would have taken the sponsor too. And at the end of the day, as you'll see, it's just funny that any of this happened in the first place.
Just move on already.
I like this new voice. That's in the background.
I said I learned about this by a coincidence. My source of information wanted to stay anonymous, so I will honor that request and I will hide their identity. So when I learned what was happening, it went something like this. Hey, remember that time you could buy some of the unavailable skins from the resellers?
Yeah, they're using the codes from Riot that made the orchestrators a lot of money.
Those of you who are nearing your 30s may remember that back in the day, a lot of people were sponsored by shops that were
Bro, you don't have to say the age. Bro, my back started to hurt. There's no need to call out the age like that, eh?
selling skins. Originally, in this video,
These are the shops, chat. In the beginning of the video, I said the shop that packs the K9. That's Riot K9 Susan. Packs Twisted Fate. That's Packs Twisted Fate. That is Pax Silver. And Jax. Yeah. I feel that's Jax Pax as well. Yeah, it is Pax.
But I don't know what they would do, so
Riot Nessus. They renamed it into Riot K9.
I'm not naming anyone. By pure technicality,
Silver
I
Kale.
can't prove they did anything. But you can guess who I'm
Riot
talking
Singed.
about. Anyway, these
That's human, right?
websites were simple resellers of skins.
Well, technically they weren't reselling the skins, they were reselling the accounts that already had the skins. So technically, nowadays everyone is buying botted accounts to level 30 for like what, $2? $3? Of course, if you are a monkey, you're going to Turbo Smurfs and you are paying $50 for the same botted account that's level 30, so you can play ranked games. But back in the day, I feel like I can still purchase these accounts that have these skins.
Who mainly focused on selling skins that were not available in League anymore.
Yep.
And they tried
Grey Warwick, yeah.
to sponsor
Pay attention to Grey Warwick. Grey Warwick was one of the skins that became exclusive after, I feel like, Season 2. I feel like it became the exclusives after Season, or maybe Season 3. So when I was doing my first skin tier list, I placed Grey Warwick into the S plus here because it wasn't available. It was as rare as Silver Care or as Judgment Kale. Well, or other of the skins in here. Medieval Twitch, same story. But then I decided that on our level 5 we bring back these skins. So I was very disappointed.
absolutely every creator. And I really mean every creator.
Yeah, back then I didn't have the proper PC to do the streaming and content creation, so yeah, that was sad. See, you Nunu God on TikTok. No, Nunu God is Kesha. Bro, I'm not insane. Kesha is insane, yeah? If I would be killing with Nunu and screaming and getting arrested by police because I'm so loud, yeah, that would be me. But no, that's not me. That's Kesha. That's the other daughter. But nice try.
Besides me, you see, 7 years ago, when everyone was riding the League gameplay hype train, I was the awkward guy in the side lane talking about lore. Some people knew I existed, but I definitely wasn't what you would call mainstream. So even though I really wanted to be sponsored and I really wanted that PAX Jax skin, I was never considered for a sponsorship.
Sag.
Oh, speaking of which, let's talk about how they could afford all the sponsorships. You see, because this was a skin reseller dealing with skin codes, what they could do is...
Oh yeah, the skin codes, I forgot about those. Yeah, the skin codes. There was still a thing called the skin codes. I remember it back in season 3 when I was broke as fuck. I'm still broke as fuck, but regardless, doesn't change the point. Back in season 3, yeah, I would actually not scam, I would actually scan the Reddit posts. Yeah, they actually scanned the Reddit posts. They were doing the free giveaways, especially after the TwitchCon. Because whoever participated in TwitchCon, there was Riot employees. They were handing out the codes. There was Riot Blitzcrank, Championship Trash, Dragon Slayer Pantheon, Arcade Hackerim. I know these skins because I got those skins from those codes. Because I was scanning the goddamn Reddit, because people were just giving those away. Of course, if you are big PP and you're in the VAPs, you could have received skins like Pax Jacks.
Offer creators skins instead of money.
Yep.
And you bet that's all they needed to get hooked up.
What is the most expensive skin? It says Black Alistar. Honestly, we'll need to check a video. I'm pretty sure someone has already made a video with the list of the skins, but my money on Black Alistar.
Because this was happening during League's great height, a lot of people would do anything for those juicy pack skins.
True.
What? You don't think that would happen today?
It
You
would.
don't think kids would rob a bank for a few Roblox bucks?
Oh, of course they would.
You're right, but they considered it. So yes, in a lot of cases, people were paid in skins instead of real money. To be honest, that's not the worst thing to get paid in. So let's talk about where those skins came from. While these days the craze is all about rioters giving away gun buddies and riot wards. Back in the day, all the
Hold up.
giving away gun buddies and
Giving away gun buddies. Do not show this video to Americans. Just saying.
riot wards. Back in the day, all the special goodies were given away in the form of codes printed on physical cards. These were usually given away during special gaming events.
Yep.
Namely PAX and Gamescom.
Oh.
Gamescom used to be very special to Riot. Not only was that where the very first League Championship ever happened,
Oh yeah, where they had connection issues. Yeah, I remember that.
but that's also where Riot used to tease some of their champions. For example, Syndra and Rengar. So, that's also where Riot gave away exclusive skins. Which means skins you couldn't get anywhere else. The first year, if you attended one of these events, you could get PAX Twisted Fate. The year after that, you could get PAX Jax. And the year after that, you could get PAX Sivir.
Yeah, now I'm looking back to the question value and price, which skin is the most rare. See, the thing is, my other option was PAX Twisted Fate, but PAX Twisted Fate, which means you already in the first year you are participating in it. Which means League is still growing, still in this baby steps, League of Legends, yeah? Which means some people already have it. But there is one step before that, Black Alistar, because to receive Black Alistar, you should have actually bought the game in beta and played it. If I'm not mistaken, that was beta access. The Black Alistar was given to beta players, yeah.
The following years, Riot recognized that people weren't massive fans of this kind of exclusivity. So after that, people got codes for Riot Blitzcrank and Arcade, Sona and Hackerim.
I got Hackerim, yeah, I had Hackerim.
All of which were skins that were
King Rammus feels like beta as well.
also available in the normal store. Now, because the old pack skins were exclusive and because we assume they were printed in limited quantity, of course, these skins were in high demand. And people were ready to buy them off of those who attended the event.
Out of curiosity, chat, you know, so this sometimes you gotta do what you could do. I mean, if you're not trying, then what are you doing? Dev CGA. I'm just testing CGG. Sometimes this is what it is, you know, it's nothing personal. 6F 93, 6F 93 X. This code does not appear to be valid. Please check. Satch. Well, at least we tried, you know? At the end, they would try. You have to try.
Events. Which means that in one way or another, all the cards that were not given away during these events ended up in the hands of the resellers. At least, that's what we thought was happening. You see, getting the cards through a shady practice and selling them on the internet? That would be fine, it's like selling anything old on eBay. But eventually, you would run out of physical cards to sell, so you would hit a ceiling. That's why, for the longest time, Riot didn't do anything about it. There was a clear limit, but somehow, these websites just kept on running. And as it turns out, they could keep on running for as long as they wanted, because they figured out how to generate the codes themselves.
Wait, what? Hold up. What do you mean? My idea was that you're selling the account, you know? In the first year, you're participating in the packs and the games, whatnot. You are getting the card. You are getting the code, you're inserting it, you're playing the game, you're playing League of Legends, and then Season 5 you said, you know, fuck this game, I'm done, I will get a life, I will touch some grass, and that's it, you're selling the account. But keep in mind, your card is already used, you cannot use the card, because that code is already wasted. But, you have the account, so if you sell that account to these resellers, that can be the angle. But if these fuckers are actually printing, like money printer, you know, brrr, that's what Americans do with their money. Fuck me, brother, it's actually big brain.
We don't really have the details anymore, but apparently it wasn't that hard. Essentially, the codes operated on a formula. For example, let's say the third letter always had to be a C, the fifth letter always had to be an H, and the last one would always have to be number 6. Anything in between didn't matter. As long as you had these 3 symbols in the code, the system would recognize this as a silver skin. Now, of course, there was a limitation. Each combination of letters could only be added into the system once. The thing is, because these were 12-digit long codes, they could virtually print out an infinite amount. The possible supply would be massively bigger than the demand.
Yeah, this is the math. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro. If you create a script, if you create a simple bot that runs down and enters every single possible combination into the League of Legends. I mean, brother, yeah, by the power of 35, yeah, like, broski, we could get some money in here.
This also makes it funny when the websites mentioned that something was not in stock. But in 12 hours, they will totally get you a new physical card. Knowing this is how the resellers operated, it now absolutely makes sense how they could afford all the sponsorships.
Also, big brain, yeah, it's not in stock, they're creating demand. That's basically the diamonds. Same story with diamonds, bro. You have infinite supply, but if you cut that off from the demand, then you also market it. Chat, have I told you the story of the diamonds? The diamond cartels. Why diamonds are so fucking expensive. That's what they did. They have a massive supply. They created a monopoly, a fucking cartel. And they said, you know, yeah, we're not selling that shit to people. Because, you know, if everyone has diamonds, they're not valuable. There's no value in them. So how about we cut off the supply? The demand keeps increasing because we make movies in Hollywood and everyone is proposing, you know, you must have a diamond ring on the wedding day, yeah? It's important. When it is with this. So they did exactly the same thing in here. They have a massive supply of fucking skins, but they're saying, you know, now we don't have them, so no, come back in 12 hours. Jesus, that's big brain.
Because some people got paid in skins, which they could generate for free, they got all the promotions for free.
Oh my god.
Was it all illegal? I don't know. Would I get chased down if someone figured out that I bought one of these skins? Probably not. At least I hope so.
It says here you were caught in possession of illegally attained JPEGs. Is this about the NFTs I keep hearing about?
No, sir, it was Pax Jack skins.
Death.
The crazy thing is that the creators never learned about any of this. In the eyes of the creators and the customers, it was all legitimate codes from the events.
Yep.
But also, if you actually look into what was happening, it wasn't a scam. Generating new codes was no different from a kid who goes to Steam and types in a random number to see if they can unlock a random game.
As a matter of fact, I was doing that for a couple of weeks when I was a child. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure everyone had that phase when you were just randomly entering the numbers and you're trying your best. Naturally, 99% of us are failing, but still the idea is there, you know, you have to try. If you want to win the lottery, you have to first of all buy a ticket.
Let's be honest, we have all tried that in our lives. And sure, even if you get lucky, I don't think anyone would call it a scam. Also, Riot never planned on distributing these skins further. They never planned to sell the skins themselves, so the resellers didn't even bite into Riot's profits. So what they have really done is given the skins to more people than what was intended. So because the customers legitimately got their skins, and because the creators got free skins to enjoy too, nobody got harmed. And the only one who might have gotten harmed was Riot.
Yep.
That is, if Riot ever decided to sell the skins themselves, which they didn't. Also, if the internet taught me anything, it is that if a corporation gets harmed, nobody cares, it's fine. But even if we can't call it a scam, I think we can all agree that it was unethical to sell the skins.
Now I'm thinking, bro, imagine this is exactly the reason why prestige skins were created. Think about it. There were exclusive skins in the game. They were generated by code. As we can see, the code was cracked. Huh? Which means that shit is not so exclusive anymore. And Riot is not making any money. So how about we create a new currency, a new skin line that is exclusive as fuck? Eh? Sneaky Riot, bro, big brain.
But you see, we didn't even get to the funny part. There wasn't just one website that did this. Apparently, there were multiple people who figured out how the codes work. And they all started their own skin shops.
Nice.
Of course, all the shops knew about each other, which is
This one has my heart. That's it, chat. We have a favorite already for obvious reasons.
why they all tried to have similar prices. There was no point in undercutting each other because that would only burn everything down. However, because there were multiple shops generating these codes, occasionally one shop would generate a code that was used by someone else. At that point, if the customer told you that their code didn't work, you had no way to check if they were bluffing.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine not only that I'm a first customer. Yeah, let's imagine with this information, you're coming to the shop. Hello, shopkeeper, I want PAX Jacks. Yeah, I want PAX Jacks. Sure, that's going to be $100. Sure, you give them $100. They give you PAX Jacks code. Granted, you don't know if this PAX Jacks code is used or not. You tell them, bro, this code is used. You haven't used the code yourself. You say, give me another one. They give you another one. You say, bro, you are scamming me. That's another one used code. You play this game for another 10 hours. You have 100 skins in your pocket and they cannot check. Then what you are doing is opening your own shop. And you say, bro, here we go. PAX Jacks, $95, for example. Because you've already made profit. Remember, you spent only 100 in here. And now you're selling for 95. So instead of competitors who are selling for 100, the buyers will come to you. That's big brain.
And you automatically had to concede into giving them another code.
Yep.
Which you did for free. Now, because all the shops knew about each other and they knew what they were doing wasn't exactly ethical, to a certain degree they worked together to keep it low.
Nah, the Diamond Cartel, bro, I'm telling you. Straight up fucking Diamond Cartel.
To stay away from Riot's prying eyes.
Nice.
But the profits were too big. The temptation too great. I mean, we are not talking about $10 or $20 skins. These special skins went for $100, $400, or even $1,000.
What?
Which, by the way, all the prices were made up because there was no supply. So yeah, the resellers absolutely wanted to maximize their profits. Now, up to this point, as far as I know, all the shops agreed to not do any sponsors and to not buy any ads. That would expose them to Riot. But that twisted fate was 400 euros. So one of them had an idea. Since we are aiming at League of Legends players who spend most of their time watching League of Legends videos on YouTube, what if I tell them to promote my shop in their videos? And that's exactly what they did. And the first
So we don't fucking big brain. We don't do normal advertisement, but influencer management, yeah, influencer ads, yeah, we can do those.
skin giveaways started rolling out.
50k subs? Where's my PAX Jacks? I've got more than 50k. Hello?
That was the point of no return.
Yep.
And the moment one shop went rogue, everyone else did as well. And everyone quickly started sponsoring everyone, and they started advertising everywhere. It was all gas, no brakes, because it was only a matter of time before Riot figured out what was really happening. And indeed, it wasn't long before Riot realized,
Nah, let's be real, Riot is still clueless to this day, but it is what it is.
There is no way they have that many physical cards. And that's how Riot ultimately found out what was happening. In the end, it was greed that shut down the exclusive skin black market.
So
And
sad.
in 2014, Riot decided to deactivate the system that was claiming the legacy skin codes. And I think it's safe to assume these people probably made a lot of money in the days before it shut down.
True.
Reportedly, I have heard some of them might have gotten close to $1 million. Now, I should also mention that there
Imagine you are a 14-year-old kid who participated in the PAX event, you got yourself a card, and we're going back to the idea of you're fucking around with the codes, and you see this pattern that some of the letters are repeating. And then you're going RNG, and then you're guessing, and then you're getting skins. You're 14, bro. By the age 15, you have $1 million bucko. Not bad.
Is a chance that some of them might have been legitimate shops. I mean, as legit as scalpers and resellers can be. They
True
were
that.
just reselling physical cards. But the vast majority of them figured out how Riot's code system worked. Now, as to where those websites ended up, no one can be sure. But there are some who stayed resolute. Some who decided to keep rolling with their internet businesses. Some who even kept their business around League.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So this is the reason why they are selling accounts. You cannot get the codes are scrapped. Because at the beginning of the video I said that they're selling accounts because I've seen that shit. So that's what they figured out, that's how we stay in business. Instead of selling the skins, you sell accounts with the skins. Big brain.
And ultimately, Google doesn't consider them a safe website. Why, you ask? Well, also some of them keep selling accounts with those skins unlocked, which seems very suspicious.
Yeah, the prices, yeah, it was all good. As I was saying, that's big brain, boys. Alright, Fixer, if you knew it, we'll need to watch that next time. Anyway, that was the video.